You know that voice in your head? The one that's telling you that you're meant for more than this. That's not just your imagination, I think. That's your warrior spirit. That's your calling to greatness, and it's suffocating. Look around you. 95% of men are living lives they actually secretly hate. Following orders from bosses or from their wives or from authorities they don't even really respect. Chasing goals they never even chose for themselves in the first place. But here's the truth that's been hidden from plain sight. The greatest men in history, the ones that we all look up to and admire, Alexander the Great, Caesar, Napoleon, they all had one thing in common. They didn't ask for permission to be great. They never really asked someone, hey, can I go out and become great? No. They chose that they wanted to be great, and then they took that greatness out of the universe with their own hands. It wasn't given to them. In the next 10 minutes, I want to talk to you about the exact system that I've found that these great men used to break free and that I'm applying in my own life and seeing great results from. Once you see this, you can't really unsee it. I know you feel this. It's a constant gnawing at your gut. It's a voice asking, is this all there is? I don't think that's depression. I don't think that's anxiety. I think that's your calling to greatness dying. Every day I watch men surrender their power, not by force, not by conquest, but through 1,000 tiny choices. And I'm gonna show you exactly how that trap was laid out. First, they make you afraid of responsibility. That's a huge one. They told you it was easier to let others decide what's best for you. Choosing for yourself can be scary because if you make the wrong decision, then that's on you. So letting others choose, first it's your parents, then it's your teachers, then it's your bosses, government, etc. It makes it easier on you because if something goes bad, then the responsibility is not yours. It wasn't your fault. It was theirs. So it's easier to have someone to blame rather than accept that you yourself are flawed and have made a mistake. So you let your teachers choose your path, your boss to choose your worth, the media to choose your very own thoughts. And you chose to believe all of them. So go outside if you're in your room or if you're in your house and just look around. The modern man is a shadow of the man that once existed. Letting algorithms decide what he watches, letting strangers decide what he thinks, letting experts tell him how to live. But here's what they don't want you to know. The responsibility you fear, that's where true freedom lies. The decisions you're avoiding, they're your path to power. The authority you're giving away with each small choice, it was yours to keep all along. Think about this. Did Alexander the Great ask for permission to conquer the world? Fuck no. Did Caesar wait for someone to tell him it was okay to cross the Rubicon? No. He said, the die is cast. And then he marched on Rome. He chose his fate. He accepted the responsibility. He cast the die metaphorically. Did Christ himself bow to the religious authorities of the time? No. They claimed their power. They claimed their authority. They embraced their purpose. They chose to be great. But today's man, he's been domesticated, taught to seek permission instead of act first then ask for forgiveness later, chose comfort over conquest, picked safety over sovereignty, traded his birthright for a paycheck. They built the prison so comfortable you don't even see the bars. They forged chains so light you think they're jewelry. But I think you're different. If you're watching this video, then you probably are. Not a lot of people are gonna click on content like this. If there's something inside of you, something screaming for more, a fire in your gut, a restlessness in your very soul, that's not a curse, my friend. That's a blessing. That's God Himself telling you, I created you for more than this. Before we go over how you can reclaim your sovereignty, you need to understand something very crucial. This isn't about motivation. This isn't about inspiration. It's about an awakening. And once you're awake, you can never go back to sleep. So, we'll go over the invisible chains that bind the modern man. The first chain is the opinion prison. You're trapped in a cage of others' expectations for you, living a life that is designed by a script written by dead men, following rules created by those who benefit from your obedience. The second chain is the comfort curse. You've traded your greatness for safety, your dreams for stability, and your roar for a whisper. Yes, it's safer to live on a paycheck, but you take orders from a boss. You never have freedom to choose what to do with your own time. And then the third chain is the permission paradox. Waiting for someone else to tell you it's okay to be great. Seeking validation for your own vision. Asking permission to claim your birthright. That was instilled in you from a young age in systems like school, for example. You had to raise your hand to ask to go to the toilet. Think about how insane that is for a second. It's your nature's call to piss or shit when you want. It's how your body functions. And you had to ask permission to do that. Does the lion ask permission to eat his prey or to piss somewhere in the savannah? Fuck no, that's insane even thinking about it. Just think about that for a second. They made you ask like a bitch if you can go and take a piss. Think about that. So, let me tell you what will happen if you choose to stay asleep, if you choose to follow the programming that they've given to you. Your dreams, they'll slowly die. Not in a dramatic explosion, but in a quiet, slow suffocation. Day by day, meeting by meeting, paycheck by check, paycheck by paycheck. You wake up at 45, 55, 60, look in the mirror and see a stranger staring back at you. A man who traded his roar for a whisper. Your kids, they'll never see what true strength looks like. They'll admire the entrepreneurs and the celebrities on TV and on social media, the people who actually took charge of their lives, but they won't admire you. They'll learn to be slaves just like their father. Your legacy, there won't be one. No empire, no impact, no story. Just another nameless souls who lived a forgettable life. And the scary thing is that there will always be conquerors. There will always be winners. But it just won't be you. It will be another man's story, another man's greatness. And you will just be a spectator to that. So listen carefully. This is the truth, the blueprint, how to take authority over your own life. Every authority in your life, your boss, your bank, your government, they only have power that you yourself gave them voluntarily. Think about that for a second. You weren't born taking orders. When you were a baby, you pissed and pooped wherever and whenever you wanted to, right? You weren't born checking emails at midnight. You weren't born asking permission to live your dreams. You ask a little child what they want to become when they grow up, they say all sorts of crazy shit. And they believe it. Somewhere along the way, you've handed over your own crown, piece by piece, little by little, permission slip by permission slip, clock in by clock in. But here's where it gets really interesting, right? What you gave away, you can reclaim all of it. Your time, it's yours to command. Your energy, it's yours to give. It's yours. Your life, it's yours to rule. This isn't about rebellion. It's about reclamation. It's about remembering who you really are. A king doesn't ask for permission to build his empire. A warrior doesn't wait for approval to fight, to win, to conquer. And you don't need anyone's blessing to start living the life that you want on your own terms. The authority you've been seeking from others all your life, it was in you all along. The cage you're in, you hold the keys to it. That's the first step. Realizing that it's your responsibility. Realizing that you hold the key, you hold the chains, you hold the prison, and you hold the escape route. It's in your control, totally and utterly. The second you truly realize this, everything changes. Because once a lion remembers he's not a sheep, he can never go back to eating grass. So, what are the actual practical steps you can actionably do to retake authority over your life? We've divided by phases because you can't go from being a slave to being an emperor. You need to build it step by step. The first one is the foundation phase. It's going to take 30 days. First, you need to take command of your morning. Wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. in that window every day, no exceptions. It's going to give you the time you need to focus on the skills you need to learn. The first 30 minutes should be no phone, complete silence. Your phone saps away your focus for your entire day if you use it in the morning. Cold shower, start with 1 minute, then build up to 3. It's going to build resilience, it's going to wake you up, and it's going to spike your dopamine to give you motivation for the day. Write in your journal. That's very important, right? I strive to write at least 2 pages per day, just pure train of thought. Let your thoughts become ink on paper so they materialize in the material world, and it's easier for you to make them tangible. Write 3 things that you dominate in that day, your exact income goal, and 1 fear that you're going to conquer this day or this week. Then you need to take care of your physical health and power. It's very important for a man to be physically fit and strong and to be able to fight, because otherwise you can never have authority over your life if another man can dominate you physically. Train every day, no negotiation on this one. You can have 1 rest day per week. If you're a young man, you can recover, that's fine. It won't be too much for you. If you're a bit older, 30 and up, then you should, I don't know what you're watching this video, first things, but second thing is you should train less. You should do strength training 4 days per week and combat training at least 2 days per week, then 1 day for recovery. You should eat like a warrior 2 to 3 times per day, mainly protein, no sugars, no snacks. You should fast at least 1 full day per week. If you're new into fasting, then you should try to build up from 8 hours, then 16, then do a 24-hour fast. It's going to spike your testosterone and growth hormone because your body thinks you're dying. So it's going to increase the hormones to make you stronger and faster and bigger. You should focus on digital liberation as well. You should delete all your social media if you're not using them for work. If you're using them for work, then set a timer or at least manage them very carefully so you don't end up scrolling for hours and hours. Check emails only twice per day. For example, at 11 and 4 p.m., 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. These are times where you don't need to be that much focused. You can do it while you're eating. Turn off all notifications except from business apps or calls, and create a no phone zone in your bedroom so you don't end up scrolling when you wake up and before you go to bed. Blue light is very bad before you go to bed. Phase 2 is going to focus on your financial sovereignty. That's going to be after the first 30 days. So it's going to take 30 more days. So from day 31 until day 60. You should keep your job, but you should start building your own business model as well. Focus on a service business. Choose a skill set, set up a profile, create a digital product, Launch it. Invest from your salary. Set up an automatic investing system even. The easiest way to do this is just learn a single skill. You can do it online. There's tons of YouTube tutorials. You can even buy a coach and set up a service business around it. For example, learn video editing. Look at streamers, YouTubers, content creators, any type of business. Ask to do their marketing for them. Start editing videos for them for free. Show them that you're good. Show them what you're worth. Don't even ask for payment upfront. Ask for commission based. So you only make money when they make money. Choose social media management. Choose ghostwriting. Anything, any digital skill you can master in 30 days or less. And you can start making money off of it online if your offer is good and if you're sharp. You should manage your money better. Create separate accounts. Create a war chest, sort of, where you put in 40% of your income. That's gonna be for your war that you're fighting. You're gonna have another account for operations that should be around 30% of your income. Another one for growth, which should be around 20%. Cut all subscriptions for things that you absolutely don't need. Audit every expense. Keep track of your money. If you want to make more money, you should pay attention to it, so it pays attention to you back. Set up automatic transfers. Don't waste time transferring money all the time. It takes some time. Set them up automatically. And yeah, the most important one is just skill acquisition. Choose one high income skill. Dedicate 2 hours daily to its mastery. Find 3 paying clients in the first 30 days. That should be doable for you. And you should reinvest at least 80% of that extra income back into it if you want it to grow. Don't go around spending your first paycheck that you earn from that, because you're going to regret it. And then phase 3 will be life sovereignty. That's going to be from day 61 until day 90. You should change your environment in this one. You should redesign your living space. Move if you've saved up enough money. You should minimize your possessions. Don't be materialistic. Create a dedicated workspace. That's very important. Create a space that helps you focus and brings out your best work. Set up a training area even in your house. Get a dumbbell, get a boxing bag, get a yoga mat. Just something that will, when you look at it, when you see it, it will tell your mind you should train. Establish even a prayer or meditation area. That's going to help you with your mind and your spirituality. Then you should focus on your relationships. Evaluate every relationship in your life. Does it strengthen you or does it weaken you? Does it push you forward or does it hold you back? Is it based on mutual growth or on sharing vices? Cut ties with negative influences, time wasters, and energy vampires, as hard as it may be. Prioritize your own well-being and progress. Then you should create a decision-making protocol. Taking decisions takes time and energy. Having a protocol beforehand is going to help with that. For every decision, ask, does this move me towards freedom? Am I choosing this? Or is fear choosing this? Will a king make this choice? Is a great one that I use very often. Another one is write out your mission for your life, your overall higher goal for your life, and ask, does this align with it? Then phase 4 is going to be empire building. That's from day 100 and onwards till the end of your life. You have your daily non-negotiables: physical training, skill development, income generation, strategic planning, and spiritual practice. Spirituality is something that's very neglected in today's world, but it's very, very important if you want to have any life satisfaction at all. You should do weekly reviews every Sunday. Take a look at how your week went, what went wrong, what went good, what you should do less of, what you should do more of. And finally, some of the rewards you can expect from taking sovereignty of your life. First one is mental clarity. You won't have brain fog. You'll have a satisfaction with your life. You'll be able to clear your head and have unshakable peace of mind. You also have emotional mastery, so you have freedom from any emotional turbulence. You have a natural state of calmness, immunity to manipulation even, just a deep sense of personal satisfaction and joy. You have a spiritual connection to the divine, to God. You have supernatural confidence in your path. You have spiritual authority that others can even feel. You have a physical presence, commanding attention, natural respect from the moment you walk into the room. energetic presence that others can feel. And you have time freedom. You can have spontaneous adventures whenever you choose. You have basically life lived by design, not by default. And you also, of course, have financial power. You have the ability to fund your vision, have power to help others financially. You have resources to seize any opportunity instantly. And of course, you have relationships. You have a legacy that echoes into eternity. You have a spouse who respects and admires you. Family traditions that build a dynasty. You can also have social influence, natural leadership, impact that spreads without effort, natural network of warriors even. If all that sounds enticing to you, if it sounds something that's worth your while, then after you close this video, take action. Grab a piece of paper, grab a journal, write out your mission, write out what you're going to do today and this week or this month, and start taking action. If you want to learn more, I do have a whole catalog of videos online. It's in our website. It's called AI Boss. Drop a comment that says AI Boss if you watched throughout this entire video and if you liked it. I have a ton of more content like this, partnered with some other professionals in their field as well that you can watch. Just comment AI Boss and I'm gonna send you the link. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe. This is still a new YouTube channel, so I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment, drop a like, anything helps. And have a blessed day.